Hi grade 8, so I'm here to tell you about the barometer lab and how you're going to be building your very own barometer. Now, a barometer is a device that's used to measure the air pressure, and what that is it's the weight of the air that's all around you. Air pressure depends on the temperature and density of the air. When air pressure is high, the air is compressed. And as you move up through the atmosphere, the pressure decreases. So that means that the pressure at the top of a mountain is less because there are less molecules pushing down on top of the air below. Now, meteorologists use one of these, which is a barometer, to tell if the weather is changing. And you're going to be building your own using some very simple materials. For example, you're going to be using a jar. It can be a pasta jar, it can be a jar from salsa, you name it. You're going to need an elastic band. You're also going to be using things like some scissors, a balloon, a straw, some modeling clay, some glue. You'll need some tape, a ruler, and finally a piece of cardboard. On my piece of cardboard, I've already started to make a scale, and what I did was I drew the lines that correspond to 1 centimeter, and I've made half centimeter intervals. Here's how you make your barometer. First thing is you'll need your jar and your balloon. With your scissors, you'll cut your balloon right where the balloon starts to get big. Okay? Next thing you'll do is you'll start folding out the pieces of the balloon and you'll put it over the top of your jar. It can be a little tricky sometimes. You might have to get one person to hold the jar and another person to fold the balloon over top. There we go. And as you stretch it over, it should become nice and tight. Okay? You don't want any bubbles like that. If you do have bubbles, you can just stretch it a little more. And then you take your elastic band. Once you've got the balloon over the jar, you want to make sure that it's nice and tight. There aren't any bubbles or anything. And then you take your elastic band. You might need to fold it up into two. And you just put it over top and make sure that it's going to stay nice and tightly, nice and snug. It's not going to go anywhere. Next, get a little bit of glue. Just drop a dab right in the middle. Right in the middle. And you get your straw. Now your straw should be between 12 and 17 centimeters long. This one's a little bit longer, so I'm just going to cut the end off a little bit. Doesn't really matter how much you give up. But your straw should be able to hang over the edge of your barometer, just like that. Okay? You're going to have to wait until the glue dries. It may take a few minutes. But in the meantime, while that glue is drying, what you can do is you can get your piece of cardboard and you can make the scale. It doesn't matter how high it goes, but make sure that if the straw is going to move, there's enough for you to be able to read how high or how low it goes. Okay? Once you have finished doing your scale on your piece of cardboard, you can fold your cardboard in half. Just like that. So that it'll be able to stand up on its own. Okay? A couple last things that you need to do before you're totally finished. With your piece of modeling clay, when the glue is dry, you can just stick your modeling clay onto the end of your straw. And before you finish your experiment, so you got to make sure that it actually sticks on. Before you finish your experiment, you're going to move your cardboard and your glass jar to where you'll be measuring your readings every day. Okay? Just gonna add so you finished building your barometer, you've got your scale. The last thing you do is you move it to the location that you're going to keep it, and you're going to take some tape. I've already got some pieces here, and you're going to just tape down your barometer to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. Hopefully your barometer works a little better than mine. Okay, tape it down to the table or to whatever surface you're using. Okay, and you can tape down your scale too. You want to have the scale close to the straw and the clay, but you don't want it actually touching. And the last thing that you're going to do is tape down your scale too. You're going to have to take readings twice a day, so that's 2 times a day, every day for 7 days. Okay, and this will be due the same time that your all of your other materials and products are due as well. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please come and see me. And I will have things like balloons, straws, modeling clay, cardboard at your availability. However, you're going to have to bring in your own jar to do this.